ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's session outlook, we're going to talk a little bit about the US dollar again. And of course, the index, it edged away from its 5-month low, of course, on Wednesday, as of course, surging sterling gave back some of its gains that were made in the previous session as British Prime Minister Theresa May, of course, called an early general election ahead of Brexit negotiations. Of course, there is a lot of impact over the pound, of course, that sailed to its highest in, of course, it surged to its highest in more than 6 months, of course, after May said the election would secure the strong and stable relationship that is needed for talks between the European Union and the British Prime Minister. Of course, that was on the terms that the Brexit is looming. And of course, looking today at some fundamental data coming out from the European Union Consumer Price Index and Trade Balance in about an hour and a half. Also looking at the Fed Beige Book, that's a very important data that is going to be announced later today. And of course, for New Zealand Consumer Price Index throughout the US session, as well as import, exports and foreign bond investments for Japan. Let's have a look right now at how the currency pairs and commodities are pricing in for those news that we're talking about. Euro dollar right now slightly higher than the previous session low of 1.07, and of course right now testing the resistance at 1.0740. A very strong resistance, however, is once broken, we're looking at a 1-2-3 pattern, which of course could confirm a steady up trend on the 1-hour chart. British pound versus the dollar, same case scenario after May's statement in yesterday's trading session on Tuesday, looking at the same case scenario. However, the resistance at 1.2860 needs to be, of course, confirmed. Should we be looking for further upside towards 1.3? Of course, if that is the case, the US dollar, of course, could decline further, even against the Japanese yen, where the downtrend is still alive. However, a confirmation below the 50 exponential moving average is needed to secure further downside. That is below 108.60. Now, also looking at a 4-hour chart here, we could be also looking at a double bottom formation, as a confirmation could come on the 4-hour chart at the 50 exponential moving average. That is above 109.40, or of course for further security, we're looking at a break above the pivot point at 110. So, looking also at oil prices, relatively steady at 52.40 a barrel right now. That is, of course, the case for the past 2 sessions. We're looking at a tight channel between the 200 exponential and the 50 exponential moving average. Nothing that we can do there. Of course, on Friday, we're looking at a OPEC meeting, on Saturday. And of course, any kind of development over there could push the commodity either direction. Gold prices were also steady at $12.85. Of course, on the previous session, once more the price action tested the $12.92 resistance area. It failed to gain further above the $12.94 resistance as well towards the 1300s, and of course eventually fell back below the 50 exponential moving average. Right now we're looking at a solid support around the 1282, but of course also something to be noted here is that possible double bottom formation here should, of course, the 1282 neckline is broken and confirmed. Of course, that would pave the way towards the 1272. That is the 50 exponential somewhere over there. And of course, next one comes at 1262. Of course, should that particular formation is confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, we're looking at a solid downside, as the recent gains from the precious metal were, of course, Quite quick, and of course that was mostly on the geopolitical tensions between US and North Korea, and of course US and Syria. Of course, we're looking at a weak dollar, relatively around the 5-week low, looking at a levels towards 1300 on gold, but of course we're looking also at a possible double top formation, which could confirm below 1282 one more time. That would pave the way towards 1272 and 1262 as well. That's all for today. Of course, I'm going to keep you up to date again tomorrow with the latest developments of the market. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.